I hope you're not sick of me reviewing the excellent bike parking outside lots of cafes in Perth, because I'm not sick of trying new cafes yet. Now today we're going to go out to Swanbourne and we're going to go to a burger bar rather than a cafe, simply because every cafe was chock-a-block on the day I went past. So it's this place Upper Hand, and I'd been past the day before and I'd spotted this guy pulling in his three-wheel cargo bike with his son, and they parked there, walked across the road, and they were going in, and I was intrigued. So I thought, okay, next day I will come past and give it a go. And I was wondering why he was parking there rather than crossing the road. And I think simply getting across the road on a cargo bike with a kid in the front is probably not that easy. Easy on just a normal bicycle like this. So I get across the road thinking, where am I going to park? And there's a bloke sitting on the bench with his bike and two empty bike racks. Okay, so I could have used either one, but I just thought, oh, to hell with it. I'll just lean it up against this pole because there's no one around. So already we can see there's some fairly conveniently located racks. The burger, oh my God, it was brilliant. I have to go back here. It was so good. Coffee, not so much, but the burger, absolutely to die for. I need to learn how to make burgers like this. While I was sitting there, I was looking up the road at this bike parked against the next bike rack outside the grocery store and thinking, wasn't it great when Five Dock had a couple of greengrocers? I looked at this and thought, it's just so much better shopping somewhere like that than the supermarket. And maybe the reason why that greengrocer survives is people can ride there on their bike and shop, which is something, of course, we can't do in most of Canada Bay. So the big shops and supermarkets keep on taking business away from the smaller ones. Now there's another cafe here with a fierce guard dog out the front, which I had to give him a pat, and he was guarding the bike hoop. That cafe was closed. I have been there. I will go back and try it again and review it. And as you can see, we've got yet another bike rack. So you think of all the bike racks you've seen so far in this little shopping strip, and I thought, oh, well, the grog shop doesn't have one, but I went around the corner and, actually, yes, they do. I could lock the bike up there. So just notice how almost every business along here has a bike rack almost out the front door. And look, if not outside their front door, pretty much next door. And it just really gets me why councils in Sydney can't do something like this. Just make sure every business has a bike rack within a couple of meters of the front door, so people can just turn up and buy stuff, buy the small things where they don't need to drive. I mean, how hard is that? Anyway, next review will be coming up in a day or two.